extra. Good. What the fuck just went flying past the screen? Was that a fucking bird? Was there a bird? Did anyone else see that? I swear I saw a bird. Did no one see that? There was a bird. Hey everyone, Friendly here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be playing some Scrap Mechanic. We're going to be building a train. It's going to be the same train. Okay, it's going to be the same train, so it's not very exciting. But it's going to be a train, and it's going to be in every gauge that I do, mainly. So I'm not doing every gauge, but I'm doing 1U, 3U, 5U, and 7U. Okay? So without further ado, let's get right into the speed builds.
Breathe in the air, the light that surrounds me. If we hold ourselves together, we'll go far. Created a space, in my head it was empty, but I know that I want to be where you are. I was denied. I had spent those years, did not recognize the person that's inside. We have a purpose, but to take that leap, you must recognize the person that's inside. Believe me, I swear, the story's not over. As I fall, I will continue to get up. I cannot stop because it is over. Live in the moment, living in a quiet.
Alright, so we have just finished with the first locomotive. Sorry if that took a bit longer than normal. I am a bit rusty, okay? It's been like 2-3 months since I have done this. I think it looks pretty snazzy, though, for the time that I have built it in. I really do actually enjoy it. I like the little miniature thing. I really like the bars I use at the front, and the pico thruster for like a tiny little funnel. It doesn't drive, obviously. I know I put the coupling rods sort of right on the wheel because I wasn't planning on making them drive, so then it was pointless to do all that. It's fine. It looks nice. And I think it is time to move on to the 3-gauge one. So I'll see if they'll fit together. Let's go. Alright, so I have just finished the second locomotive group, which is literally the exact same thing. It's just slightly bigger. So, I do have a few different block changes here, obviously. I'm using half blocks instead of the surface panels, except still surface panels right there. There's still the same little tiny surface panels there, the little ones. I'm using some bigger concaves here, some half blocks there, because then it's sort of the same height off the ground. It is a little off there, but that's what you get, kind of. Now the coupling rods can actually be like, ones that would actually move instead of being stationary. I got a bit lazy and I put some blocks down there because these things aren't moving, so that's just the horn in place on the tracks. The cab's slightly bigger, obviously, as with everything else. The funnel has changed from a Pico thruster to just a half pipe by X's detail pack, and that's basically it. Let's move on to the 5U train. Alright, so I did just finish the 5U version of this locomotive here. They all look the same, obviously, but they are still going up. And, I mean, yeah, okay, maybe it is a bit weird to build the exact same thing in every single gauge, but it does show, like, the different strategies for building in each gauge, So, more on that in a bit, alright? More on that in a bit. But we will take a look on the inside here, which has a slight improvement. I've added wedges to better shape the boiler. I know it sort of inverses because the boiler goes out, but these go in. But it adds better shape than just some boxes. So I think it looks a bit nicer. Alright, on to the biggest and the final locomotive. Alright, so I have just finished the final locomotive of the bunch. And yeah, I don't know what you guys were expecting if you did watch through this whole thing and watch every single locomotive build. They are the exact same thing, they are just slightly bigger. But I mean, you can actually see the different techniques, okay? Because like in the first one, the tiny little, we used a little pico thruster. And we're using the smaller panels, obviously, for a smaller thing. Using it smaller here, and then, they go up to the bigger ones for the last two big ones. There are a couple different like things, like you use full blocks, maybe use half blocks. It's just mainly you use the different parts for the size that you're thinking of. And even like some sizes, maybe the strategies will connect and disconnect, you never know. It completely depends. Also, I did different strategies for every single one of these areas. Like here, I could have easily added a curved block in there to fill in that, and then it would be like a tiny little triangle, but I didn't. And every locomotive has like a tiny thing that's not identical, obviously, because like this one, oh, it's a bit lower down than it actually is on this one, and this one it's lower but it's thinner, and this one it's higher but it's thicker. It's mainly like because you're in the moment and you're building it, and unless you're like actually trying to copy it exactly, which I sort of was, but I wasn't really looking back at them so much. You're gonna do things slightly differently. Like this one is thinner and more square. This one slowly gets squarer. This one is like a bit more square, and this one is just a square. Then it is really, really wide. But that's fine. They're all different. This one uses 2 blocks out, while this one uses 1, but it doesn't get taller. But this one gets taller than this one, which got taller than this one. But they were all out the same amount. They're all different. They all use different strategies. They all use bigger wheels. Obviously, this one is just huge. Like even for 7U, this is huge. This is massive. 7U just feels massive because I've been building all in, 3U for the last couple of times. And like this size, I feel like is the perfect size for scrap mechanic. Maybe 5U as well. That's pretty big, but 3U is just adorable and it's amazing. Anyways, I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button down below. It does help out my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.